10 astronomical events that will happen in your lifetime. Number 10. Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet was named after astronomer Edmund Halley, who calculated its period of orbit. It is the only known short-period comet that is regularly visible to the naked eye from Earth. It is seen from Earth every 75 to 76 years, and so, technically, some lucky humans will get to see it twice in their lifetime. The first Halley's Comet witnessed in the space age in 1986 saw several spacecraft approach its vicinity to establish its composition. High-powered telescopes also observed the comet as it swung by Earth. This flyby provided the first observational data on the structure of a comet's nucleus, the mechanism of comet and tail formation. But for those of you who missed it in 1986, don't worry, because it'll next appear in 2061. In the meantime, you can see its remnants every year. The Orionid meteor shower, which is spawned by Halley's fragments, occurs annually in October. Number 9. Near-Earth Asteroid Flyby. On April 13, 2029, an asteroid called 99942 Apophis will pass between the Moon and Earth. Following its discovery in 2004, Apophis, which is the size of 3.5 football fields, gathered the immediate attention of scientists and the media. Initial calculations of its orbit by astronomers indicated a 2.7% possibility of an Earth impact during the close flyby, so naturally humanity feared for the end of the world. Fortunately though, further analysis by NASA showed that Apophis will miss Earth by 31,300 kilometers. That's actually closer than some geostationary satellites, which orbit the Earth at a range of 36,000 kilometers, but still far enough away that we don't need to fear for our lives. The flyby will be one for the record books, as it will be the closest flyby of an asteroid of its size in recorded history. And it could be the last chance astronomers have to get an up-close look at Apophis for a very, very long time. Number 8. Solar Eclipse. Okay, so we are slightly cheating with this one, as solar eclipses can usually be seen somewhere on Earth each year, but 2027 has something special in store. Solar eclipses occur when the Moon passes between the Sun and the Earth, and it fully or partially blocks the Sun. In a total eclipse, the disk of the Sun is fully obscured by the Moon, whereas in partial and annular eclipses, only part of the Sun is obscured. Typically, the duration of a total eclipse is in the range of 2 to 6 minutes. But the longest solar eclipse to date lasted for 7 minutes 28 seconds. It happened around 743 BC and would have been visible across southern Africa. The next time a solar eclipse will have a duration of this length will be on the 16th of July 2186, but most of us won't be around to see that. So instead, set yourself a reminder for Monday the 2nd of August 2027, when the second longest solar eclipse of the century will occur. It will have a maximum duration of 6 minutes and 23 seconds. It will pass through the Straits of Gibraltar, then across the North African coast, before dipping down to Yemen and Somalia. Number 7. Supernova. On average, a supernova goes off twice a century in a galaxy the size of the Milky Way, so scientists believe the magnificent astronomical event is imminent. Supernovae are explosions that occur at the end of life for stars more massive than our Sun. The massive star explodes when it has used up all of its hydrogen fuel, and its core collapses just before it explodes, ejecting most of its mass into space. They are triggered in two ways, either by the sudden reignition of nuclear fusion in a compact star, or by the collapse of the core of a massive star. The last one was spotted 3 decades ago, on February 23, 1987, nicknamed Supernova 1987A. It blazed with the power of 100 million suns for several months following its discovery, and was one of the brightest exploding stars in more than 400 years. But when will the next supernova occur? Well, in 2013, astronomers from Ohio State University calculated that a supernova occurring within our galaxy will be visible from Earth sometime in the next 50 years. It would be visible to telescopes, but there's also a 20% chance that the supernova would be visible to the naked eye in the night sky. Number 6. Venus occults Jupiter. The last time Venus and Jupiter passed in front of or occulted one another was nearly 200 years ago, in January 1818. At this time in history, the Battle of Corrigan between the British East India Company and the Peshawar faction of the Maratha Confederacy was in full swing. Those mid-battle were probably not focusing on the night sky, and even if they were, only observers in a remote island of Japan were likely to see the occultation if they made a very special effort to look for it in the bright morning twilight. Skip ahead to the 21st century, and for the first time since 1818, on the 22nd of November 2065, Venus will pass directly before Jupiter and form into a single bright star, low down in the dawn skyline. Get your telescopes ready for the event, because it will be almost impossible to view with the naked eye, as it will be occurring during the daytime and in close proximity to the Sun. Number 5. Leonard Meteor Shower. First noticed in 1833, this rare astronomical phenomenon occurs when Earth passes through the orbit of periodic comet Tempel-Tuttle. Leonard meteors are caused by tiny meteoroids that burn up in our planet's atmosphere as Earth passes close to the dust-strewn orbit of Tempel-Tuttle. Skywatchers have observed major Leonard meteor showers every 33 years or so from 1833, when the meteor shower was said to have produced a whopping 100,000 meteors an hour. Most years, Leonard storms are a minor event, boasting no more than 10 to 15 shooting stars per hour. But on very rare occasions, when this dense filament of dust plows directly into our planet, meteor rates can soar to hundreds of thousands per hour or more. If you want to catch this spectacular sight, Tempel-Tuttle will next cause a major Leonard meteor shower in 2031. Number 4. Planetary alignment. The possibility of an alignment between all of the planets in the solar system is very rare. The closest that the 8 planets will come to being aligned will occur on May 6, 2492. But unless we figure out how to bring cryogenically frozen corpses back to life, none of us will be alive to witness that astronomical event. On the bright side though, space scientists estimate that there will be a rare planetary alignment of Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn and the crescent moon on September 8, 2040. That's just 23 years away and is much more doable. Clustered well to the east of the Sun, the planets will stage a breathtaking show at 7:30 PM, so mark your calendars now. Number 3. Supermoon. In November 2016, stargazers worldwide enjoyed a rare event. A supermoon that was 14% bigger than its normal size. This was the closest the moon had been to Earth since January 26, 1948. If you missed out on catching a glimpse of the 2016 supermoon, there's an even better astronomical event on the horizon. The closest supermoon of the century will occur on December 6, 2052, and it will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The term supermoon is typically defined as a full moon that coincides with the lunar orb's closest approach to Earth. In 2052, our celestial neighbour will be just around 140,000 kilometres away. But what possible impact could it have on us? Well, many studies over the years have been aimed at finding out any statistical connection between the moon, particularly the full moon, and human biology or behaviour. Reliable studies comparing the lunar phases to births, heart attacks, deaths, suicides, psychiatric hospital admissions and epileptic seizures, among other things, have time and time again found little or no connection. Number 2. Transit of Earth from Mars. As of 2017, humans are not currently on any other planets, well, as far as we know. So if a transit of Earth were about to occur anywhere soon, we could not see it. The one noteworthy future exception, though, is Mars. For those of you unsure what we mean by transit of Earth from Mars, it essentially means when the Earth passes directly between the Sun and Mars, obscuring a small part of the Sun's disk for an observer on the red planet. No one has ever seen a transit of Earth from Mars, but if NASA's plan to get humans living on Mars by the 2030s goes ahead, this could be possible for the next such transit, which will take place on November the 10th, 2084. This transit will be the first and only time that this phenomenon will occur in the 21st century, with the next one predicted for 2394, and by then we should definitely have colonised the planet. Number 1. The birth of a star. Look up at the stars in 2022 because one of the night sky's most visible constellations, Cygnus, will be getting a new edition and everyone on Earth will be able to see it. Located about 1800 light-years away, the star system KIC 9832227 in Cygnus has long been a focus of study. For years, the pair of glittery specks in this system have been circling around each other, moving closer and closer, and now astronomers believe they will soon merge in an explosive event known as a nova. It'll be a momentous occasion for scientists, as it's the first time they have ever been able to predict the birth of a new star, and this will allow them to observe the process as it unfolds. For us average folks, it's going to be pretty damn extraordinary too, being able to witness a once-in-a-lifetime astronomical event without the use of a telescope. Thanks for watching today's video, we hope you enjoyed it, and if space is what you're into, why not check out 10 unknown signals from outer space, and we will see you next time.